Imagine this. You're staring down a brand new SUV that's got all the bells, whistles and screens brighter than a Vegas casino, but it costs an arm and a leg, and in 5 years, it'll be worth about as much as a rusty shopping cart. Now picture dropping the same cash on a beat-up old rig from the 80s that laughs at mud, sand, and breakdowns, and somehow, it's appreciating like fine whiskey. That's the wild gut punch truth of old Toyota Land Cruisers in 2025. They're outselling and outvaluing shiny new rides. And by the end of this ride with me, I'll spill why one dusty 95 FJ80 I know could be your golden ticket to real freedom. Stick around, because if you're not hooked yet, you will be. Hey, if you're new here, on Gearhead Garageware we chase down the stories behind the rust and the roar. From forgotten vans that hauled hippies across deserts to motorhomes that still smell like campfires. Hit that subscribe and let us roll. I've been elbowed in at engines since I could barely see over the hood of my old man S72 Chevy. And man, nothing fires me up like a machine that just endures. Like that time in 03, I was stranded in the Mojave with a busted alternator on a rented Tacoma, swearing I'd never trust anything but Japanese steel again. That's what kicked off this obsession, and today, we're diving into why those bulletproof Land Cruisers are flipping the script on the whole SUV game. Picture it. It's 1985, and Toyota drops the 60s series Land Cruiser. Now, let's get real about the new SUV circus. You've got these electric wannabes from Tesla or Rivian promising the moon with 400-mile ranges. But try charging one in a blizzard, good luck, pal. Or the bloated behemoths like the Ford Expedition, guzzling gas like it's free and handling corners like a drunk uncle at a wedding. They're gadgets on wheels. Sure, adaptive cruise that breaks for shadows, infotainment that crashes mid-podcast, but strip away the tech, and what's left? A flimsy shell that'll crumple if you sneeze at a pothole. Cruisers, they're tanks disguised as trucks. That old 2F carbureted V8 in the 78 FJ40. It'll run on moonshine if you let it, and parts. Every junkyard from here to Hokkaido's got 'em cheap. I rebuilt one last winter with a $200 radiator and some elbow grease new. SUVs need a dealership voodoo ritual for a blown fuse. And the history. Oh man, it's poetry on pistons. These rigs hauled troops in Vietnam, ferried aid after tsunamis, even starred in that Raiders of the Lost Ark chase where Indy outruns boulders. There's a 92 in my garage right now, picked it up for $15,000 5 years back, now insured at $40. Why the surge? Blame the Graham crowd discovering overlanding folks, slapping rooftop tents on Subarus and pretending they rebear grills. But when the real mud hits, it's the cruiser that shines. Compare it to a new Jeep Wrangler. Yeah, that thing's fun off a curb, but wiring gremlins and leaky axles, nah. Or a Land Rover, Defender, fancy as hell, but it'll leave you richer for the tow truck. Cruisers are the anti-hype. No leather seats that crack in the sun, no touchscreens begging for updates. Just you, the road, and a machine that says, I got this. Dig deeper, and it's the soul that seals it. I remember trailering my first cruiser home from a Montana scrap auction, dents like war stories, faded paint from too many sunsets. Fired it up, and that rumble. It's like the Earth's heartbeat. In 2025, with gas at $4 and EVs mandating your grandma's patience, these old warriors remind us cars aren't appliances. They're partners. That hidden gem I teased. It's the 95 100 series with the full-time 4WD and lockers, underrated now. But mark my words, it'll eclipse newbies as collectors wake up. I snagged one last month for under $25K. Give it 2 years and you're laughing to the bank. So, as we ease off the throttle here, chew on this. In a world chasing faster, flashier, forgettable rides, why chase something that fades when you could own a legend that grows? What's your unbreakable rig, the one that got you home when everything else quit? Drop it in the comments, smash like if this fired you up, sub for more garage gospel, and share with that buddy who's still leasing a lemon. Drive safe, keep the rubber side down, see you on the blacktop.